This is Steve from True Market Finance. I just kind of thought I would do a quick video today about Apple. It's one stock that I am looking at. It's in one of my over sold spots of the market. Um, as we can see right here, guys, we've been in over sold area for a little while now. So now I'm just kind of waiting for it to come back. We're getting into areas now here where our MACD is starting to narrow out a little bit. So it kind of makes me think that we're getting close to that spot where we're going to get a lift off on Apple. We're also getting closer here to the 200-day moving average. Which is where I'm kind of thinking it's going to maybe bounce off of here. Always surprised when we get a big stock like this one with Apple go even through the 50-day moving average, which with so many institutional guys wanting to buy this one and everything. So I'm thinking it's not going to go much further down here. We may go down here to, like I said, the 200-day moving average here. And then lift off from there. But we'll have to kind of see when it comes down here, the 200. But I believe it's gonna, sort of move my drawings, guys. Here, let me do a better one on that one. Take off from there, and I think the overbought will start moving up here. Now, what I've been showing you guys lately here, when this does start to lift off here, where we want to take our profit is when the RSI gets to 50. We want to take off about half of a position, or if you just have a smaller account and you only have one position in that, then you just want to take off your whole position right there. That'll be and when it does lift off, but wait, guys, you just be patient. Don't jump into something like this because it could, like I say, come all the way down to 200. It could come down a little bit further, but wait for this. Wait for this MACD to start moving up, and at the same time, your RSI moving at the same time. We are also seeing, I forget what this indicator is called, that there's still more sellers than buyers on this, so that helps us also see that we still got a little bit more room here still to go before we're going to take off. So that's what I want to teach you guys a lot of times when we're talking about investing and growing. You're going to take losses in your account. It's just what we want to do is we want to create more wins than losses, and we want to keep our losses at a very low amount. So that's why I'm trying to teach here with you guys to be patient. The stock market is too easily sucks you in with one, you get a bunch of crazy people on the internet that want you to think you can make a Ferrari in a week, and so on and so forth, and those things don't exist. They're just scams. They play with your mind, and they'll ruin your financial future. So that's what we're all about here at True Market Finance. We're about your financial future. We're about growing your portfolio of diversified accounts. Like what I would try to teach you all the time is we want to get rid of all credit card debt. So we are a lender and not a borrower. Car payments. Once all those are gone, then you start working on your mortgage. If you have one of those, just start piling down on it. If you don't have a mortgage, set up another account. Just think of you as a mortgage payment. Think of, you're paying, $1,000, $1,200 area of your portfolio or of your, money, um, and start. And if you're already renting or something, try and figure out in your budget where after all those debts are paid off. Don't do that before your debts are paid off, guys. But once their debts are paid off, start putting away $100 a month or $200 a month. Start feeding away in there. You want to do when you go buy a place, and make sure it's not any more than a quarter of your monthly paycheck. You don't want to go any deeper than that. A lot of people think, get out of the mind frame of, looking fancy or and all that stuff, because nobody really cares. And if you got friends that care like that, then you don't need them in your life. They are only going to drag you down, as you've probably seen in your lifetime, as you've gone through life. Um, you've probably seen the stress that it causes when you have like large credit card debts and so on and so forth. So don't let people drag you down. So what we work with here on True Market Finances, one, I want to help you in the stock market. I also help you in Bitcoin. Right now it's going down. Um, it's partly to do with Elon Musk supposedly, selling off a bunch of his Bitcoin, which is actually not really true. Um, so it's gonna, come back. But it also gives us a beautiful spot for buying more. If you're just cost averaging in, you're getting a really good price right now. So when it bounces back, we're going to do. And that's what I try to teach here at True Market Finance is, you want to diversify yourself. You want your stock market. You want your RSPs or in the U.S., savings situation like that. We also have in Canada, and I believe the U.S. has sort of the same thing. Ours is called TFSA, which is a stock market which works kind of like an RSP, which I prefer because I like to manage my own stuff. Um, and it's all your profits and everything stay in your stock market account, and it works the same like as an RSP. When you're ready to retire, um, then you can start pulling some out from there. But what you do is you're just building that portfolio like you would an RSP or so on and so forth. So you want your stock market, you want savings account, because you also want in your savings account, guys, 3 to 6 months of savings for emergencies. So you want to take your expenses and figure that one out. Do a monthly budget. It really helps. It's a bit of a pain in the ass, but a bit of a pain in the ass helps you see where you're spending your money. Because a lot of times, guys, that those little dollars are the ones that'll eat you to death. So watch for those. You'll be able to see those in your budget if you're true to yourself. And write every single thing down. And with nowadays technology, it's so easy to do a budget. And then with also you can figure out then from there, where you need to cut back. And then you can, if you haven't got a mortgage yet, where you can be looking at, or you maybe you have a mortgage already and it's you're struggling and things like that, and you can look at it and go, hey, let's downsize, go for a smaller place, and invest more and live life. Life's too short, guys. Don't strap yourself to death. Live. Um, so That's why I like to diversify everything. You want to have, and that's what I want to get with you guys. Like it's a morning coffee or whatever day we want to go in. So um, lately, I've been showing you how to go through and I'll pull out another video this week um, about oversold and overbought. And then a lot of times, what I'll do, like Apple's coming here, once it starts to move up. Um, oops, this is up here. Once this RSI decides to start moving up, and the MACD starts to move up, um, then we can, possibly buy an option even trade on this one, which is limits your risk a bit. But um, with that, like I was showing you one day, uh, once this does start moving up, we can just put a nice little stop in here at the bottom of our candlestick, and then put a buy in, and there's our stop. So we have a nice tight little stop, and then that way we limit our risk, and that's something we want to do. See the way, guys, this followed all the way up the 50-day moving average. That's something we want too. We want the 50 above the 200-day moving average. That's a good strong stock, and then we could take in these opportunities when we get the little pullbacks. I can either show you how to do these little pullbacks. You can do covered calls. You can put a put in there. You could sometimes sell a call against it. There's lots of opportunities to get these little pullbacks, and then you can then rebuy when they change. Or you just wait. You get these little pullbacks like here and here and up here. You wait for them to come down, and you could buy another little bit more into your stock. And nowadays with fractional shares, you can set that up whatever dollar amount you want. And then as you see with Apple, we got a dividend. So we're also getting a dividend in our time of waiting. We can also go here into the weekly. And see the same thing, which is a lot of times I like to look at. So here, guys, there's an example here of what I'm talking about. Back here, we had the MACD starting to go down, and we had an overbought position, and RSI was on the same thing, heading on down. Now on the weekly, what we're seeing here is we're getting to the 50 here, which is a really good look on the weekly. That's what's nice about looking at the large time frames. We did the same thing back here. Where's my pen? We had an overbought situation down here. And then we had a pullback here. And we had the stock go down here. had it reached the 50 RSI, which we was sold out, and at that point it started heading back up. So and look at that, guys. Like, you could be in here in the market and doing all this choppy crap, which is fine. We could do that. I can show you how to do that. You could also do that with iron condor option trade or something like that. We could do stuff like that. So there's lots of options. But what I'm trying to get across here is, be patient. There's so many stocks out there, and this happened here, and now we're happening here. So there's no sense in jumping into something. This is one stock to hundreds and hundreds of them. So that's why I have the chart, the list I have of overbought and oversold, and you just go through those, each and every day and wait for that opportunity. What I have done in the previous videos before too, as well, is when what was I going to say now? My brain's failing me, guys. Early Alzheimer's. But what I want to teach is just patience. If there's no trade that day, then there's no trade that day. If we want to get eventually back into, like I was showing you, where I was looking at in the previous video, which you can go back to again, where you could just look at your stock once a week. If you get your busy life and so on and so forth, and just watch your portfolio that way. Just work off weekly charts, and like I just showed you, we had Apple. We had one spot where overbought or whatever sold. You put a trade in on that and just check it once a week. Put your stop in, tight behind, so if it goes the opposite direction of where you thought, it'll stop you out, and you'll be fine. Anyway, guys, I kind of wanted to go over one of the stocks that I was thinking about, so that you guys had something to think about for the weekend. I'll see what I can do about getting together and doing another couple of videos before before Monday or something like that, so I can get together. I would like to get together and go over a bunch of the oversold and overstocks and overbought ones that I've been looking at for this week. I pulled up a scan on both those, so I'd like to kind of go over those with you and see what we can dig up. But this is a major stock that I was kind of looking at. I've actually been looking at it for a few weeks now, just thinking, letting you know my mentality of, of waiting, just being patient. The stock will come to you. It's just waiting for that moment for it to happen. And that way you don't lose money, and you build a profit in your portfolio that it can continue to grow. And as I've constantly tried to show you guys, what we want to do is build a compounding portfolio of stocks. Like I'm saying, you have Bitcoin, we have stock markets, we have our RSP or TFSA accounts, we have our savings account, we have our debts being all paid down, and hopefully eventually buying real estate, which is another diverse, income building asset. As long as you don't go over your budget, guys. Again, don't overspend. Don't buy a house that you can't afford. You'll live in misery. This is what we're trying to teach with no debt. Um, be patient. Wait for that home. Find it, and take your time. And then while you're waiting, add to your savings so you can put a larger down payment on it. If you could walk into that place and want to buy it and you could pay it with cash, my goodness, guys, think of that, the concept of that. No mortgage, but you have a home. Live that way. Um, and then you can just keep, build up your accounts, your more Bitcoin, more savings, more stocks, more, you know, and before you know it, like the Wealthy Barber book, you go get it. The guy became a millionaire off of just diversification and compounding interest is mostly what the book's all about. Just compounding and compounding. Something Warren Buffett teaches all the time too. Uh, and that guy makes more money in dividends and so on and so forth than just a crazy amount of money. But those guys also too, they don't show you they're selling calls against their stuff, so they're making more money that way. They're lending money, and that's what we want to be. We want to be lenders and not buyers. So when we want to go buy a car, we need a new car, we pay cash with it. We want to buy a new house, we buy cash with it. If we are really doing well, then you have a small place, you Airbnb it or rent it out, and you have your other place that you have a very small mortgage on or something, like, um, or you pay cash with it, because you're doing so well, because you diversify things and you're building up. Think, guys, think, and you'll have not even so much think, just what I want to teach in true market finance is patience. I have had the same problem in my life where I let these things um, want to happen now. And those situations I want to keep you guys out of. They only end up in a problem. So just wait. Wait for the stock market to tell you what it wants to do. Don't guess. And make sure always, 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 always you're putting stops in your your every single time. Don't ever, ever, ever not do that. Even when I'm doing ops trades, I will put a alert as my stop target, and as soon as that alert happens, I will go in and sell that option instantly. Um, Never, ever, ever do I ever not put a stop in. Even when I'm doing option trades, I'll put a alert down here on the 50 RSI, and I'll also put a alert as my stop um, up on the stock on the just above my where I'm buying, so that so say just for curiosity's sakes, let me move this over here. We were doing a oops, my drawing tools in the road, guys, sorry. um this is what we were going to buy in a put, which we will not do because we're in overbought and I mean oversold area, and you'd be doing death wish. But if you were, you'd be putting your stop right above here. Now, if you really want to be conservative, you could go below behind this second candlestick right here, which I'm using on here, guys. The Haganachi candlesticks, because I like them a lot for taking out all the noise. I hate the noise of the market, so I'll just do that. Um, And with Haganachi, what you want a lot of times look for, see when you got a stop here, you'll start getting some of these dojis, they're called. And that's just a little guy because that's working on a small amount of, and then it'll take off. Um, we also saw here the sellers crossed with the buyers. That's a good indication too, this changing trend. But as time goes on, guys, we'll show more of those things. Anyway, guys, I'm going to go and have a great weekend. And again, just be patient. Look at stocks, create a list, and just wait for the stock to tell you what's going on. And sometimes you'll make tons of money in one day just because the market will be, in your favor. And sometimes there's just not a whole lot happening. Supposedly August and September are really bad months for the markets and so on and so forth. Um, so, you know, just be patient. Some months will be good, some months will be bad, or not bad, but just you won't make as much. So just let things diversify. And as your account grows, you can compound that into itself, and you can buy more stuff, and it just keeps growing. So um, work on that budget, guys. And if you haven't got one going, you can get ready for, go back through your numbers and try to create one, but you'll get real true numbers for this coming up month of September when you can start the month off and start your budget and really look at those numbers. But you can just kind of see in your everyday life, you're going, well, I seem to be spending more than I'm making. Um, we got to curb that so it can get you guys a wealthy, happy, easy life, and you're paying stuff with cash, not borrowing from credit cards. Do not do that, especially nowadays, guys, with um, debit Visa cards and so on and so forth. There's no reasoning for using credit. Um, I have a credit card myself. I'm not gonna claim that I don't. There's certain things in life that um, won't take um, like debit Visa and stuff like that. I do a lot of work in the U.S. and a lot of places there they won't take the debit Visa. But I also have that ShakePay account, which anybody in Canada, I would get that for buying and selling Bitcoin. And I also use in there, they have a debit Visa card. Um, and I can use that in the States. And I get sats back for buying 2% every single thing I buy. So making free Bitcoin on everything I buy that I need to buy anyway. So that works in most of my life. There's certain things that don't. So that's why I have a credit card, just to be on the safe side. Anyway, guys, I hope you have a great day. Get out and exercise. Get that cardio up. You'll be able to feel better, think better, take on the stresses of life better with the economy and so on and so forth. Then you'll be able to look at the market and look at your stocks and look at your portfolio and things with a clearer um, brain. You'll get more oxygen in your bloodstream, and that helps your thinking, helps you sleep, and a whole lot of things. So get out there and get some exercise, especially nowadays before it gets crazy cold up here in the north. I'm up here in Alberta. And um, remember, right now the Bitcoin is down. So, we can got dollar cost averaging into there and taking advantage of that and growing our accounts and stuff, you know. Well, there's maybe not a stock to buy. There's also, building it in the savings. So, um, have a great day, guys, and we will talk to you later. All right. Have a great one. And if you haven't already, before I go, I know I keep saying that before you go, if you like the channel, subscribe to it. And I keep continually trying to put out more and more videos. Maybe I'll even do it more, try to do it this way, where we pick one stock and then we can at least talk and communicate and build into a lastingly help you guys so that, in a day, some days we're going to be down. And I want to be there for you. I want to be there to lift you up and go, hey, you're doing good. Just be patient. Just wait it out. If feeling horrible, and also, guys, don't buy all one stock. I'll put that in too. Um, be careful, and don't wipe out your account by thinking, oh, this Apple's going to go up or whatever. I'm going to go like put my whole account in there. Never do that. Diversify yourself out. Um, because it could be just wipe you out like in moments. So like the channel, subscribe to the channel, and I'll continually try to get more stuff out for you, more insight, um, and we'll build our portfolios together and build our lives together and build a happier lives together. So, go out there and have a great weekend, guys. And we will enjoy your families because they're most important in life, and they're not. So be there, guys, and like and subscribe, and we will talk later. Bye bye.